I didn't.
He seems really happy these days.
Yeah, he should be. He's got himself a title and he's playing well. He keeps getting better and better. It really looks good. He's had a great preseason and there's a definite role in multiple positions here for him. Yeah, he's doing good.
Kind of what's like in the locker room right now. He seems relaxed. He seems happy. Is that kind of?
I don't know. I don't go in the locker room very often, but no, it's been, this is a good group. They enjoy playing. I heard somebody say that yesterday that they, as they watched them make the run last year, they looked like they were really enjoying, playing it out, and the pressure wasn't getting to them or any of that stuff. They were just enjoying playing, and I think the chemistry shows that a little bit on both ends sometimes, but yeah, it's good.
Coach, with the roster move yesterday, it looks like Malcolm Miller's going to make the team. What did you see from him in camp, and what are you looking for, if he's going to play into those rotations?
Yeah, he had a really good camp, right? First of all, he's a solid player. He understands what we're doing. He's been around for a little bit. We've been able to use him in the past when we've needed him in a pinch, whatever, health-wise or whatever, and bring him in. And he just had a good camp. He's a spot-up shooter, right? And he made a lot of shots, and he gets off it quick when he doesn't have a shot. Kind of safe pair of hands there. So he's in the hunt to get out there and play, at the wing position, probably right away. He's really close to being in the rotation.
Obviously, the two-way situation isn't clear just yet. Are you okay with where you are at point guard, just with Kyle and Fred, and then some guys who are quasi-point guards?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I think I am right now. I think, Pat's probably got, some minutes there when he gets back, and we're messing around a little bit with Pascal playing there, but I think that's going to need some. I mean, we're going to do it. We're going to see how it goes, right? It needs some repetition and a look-see, I guess. We'd have a look-see at it and see how it goes and see what problems we encounter and how we can combat those things if there is any. But I'm okay. I think we've got a lot of guys, kind of multiple guys that can bring the ball up the floor if we get into any real situations. But I would imagine that Kyle or Fred will be out there as long as they're healthy, one of the two.
Going back to sort of the bench model, you really kind of created an identity of five guys on the floor as operating as one offensive unit. For obvious reasons, last year you kind of get away from that and kind of why. But are you looking forward to kind of going to that for like 48 minutes and kind of work at a championship level?
Well, let me see if I understand your question. I don't think we're going that way right now. Like, trying to create a second five.
Well, I'm actually talking about like doing it for like that style.
Oh, right. They're going to play that style all the time. Yeah. Now I'm with you. No, it wasn't. Not very much sleep last night. My bad. Yeah, I think that's how this team, kind of played when certain guys weren't playing, and they played it well, and I think they fit it, right? They fit it. I think it's hard for us to guard, hard for people to guard when they don't really know, that we're coming down and giving it to a guy and hoping he shoots. I mean, it's just kind of move, read, get off it, swing it. Get in the paint, find the open man, and keep going. And I think, the biggest thing about it, I think, is that pretty much certainly for the top 7 guys that we're playing right now, that they're all going to shoot the open three, right? So whenever we can get them into some type of rotations defensively, somebody should be open out there if we can find them. So I think, and that's a real, makes it real hard to guard, right? Like, that's really hard when your bigs can pop out there and hit them, and your big 6'8" wings can can hit them now too, and all that stuff. And then obviously you get your really good guys, the Norms, the Freds, the Kyles that are kind of lights out from three. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that way. I like playing that way.
Coach, are you satisfied with the new guys coming in and playing with the guys that you already have?
Not entirely, but I would say this: there's some guys there, right? I think that my gripe has been: will they play defense? Will they learn our schemes? Can they fit in? Can they take opportunity shots that come to them and not live and trying to create at the offensive end and then not play any defense, right? So I've been trying to get them up to speed, but they're coming a little bit, and I think that the more I look at it and watch it, when you take, again, there's a group of maybe 5 guys that I keep saying it's kind of a dead heat, right? That they all have shown some stuff, but nobody's kind of standing out from the other one. So depending on if we need a bigger guy, it's Chris Boucher, or if we want a shooter, it's Matt Thomas, or if we want to, whatever the role is, we go another direction. And I think they're okay with, if it's 1 or 2 of them out there with maybe the veteran guys instead of all of them out there together. You know what I mean? So I think, it's kind of on me to be able to put them in situations where they're going to be able to be a little bit more successful. And we're working like crazy to get them up to speed. Like, they're having to do a lot of extra work defensively and a lot of things to try to learn how we want to play. And that's understandable. They're new, and it takes some time.
Does that mean that the players you rely on are going to have to step up and be mentors too to you guys? For sure. I think that's always the case, that your players that have been here can teach those guys, and you see it going on a lot, right? You see, instance today, I saw Freddie pull Terrence over and show him where he needed to be on a defensive deal and how to play it and get back out to his man, et cetera. And that's kind of stuff's going on all the time. And I think it's great because we've got some kind of coaches like that, Freddie and Mark and Kyle, Serge. All those guys are good teachers.
Are you keeping an eye on the election today? Are you watching any of that coverage?
I haven't been able to yet, but I do know what's going on, and I know it's a big day. I haven't kind of got to work and got in the meeting, but you got an update for me?
Well,
Is there any updates
you
yet?
have to watch the coverage tonight, CBC.
Okay. I will follow it. How
How do you like your World Series? And why?
Well, I'm a National League guy, right? I really have nothing against the Nationals either, so I think they're a great story. I'm going to go for the Nationals, but I think Houston will win. I like how the Nationals were 19-31 and still got to the World Series, and I liked how they were down 3-1 in the 8th, and somehow here they are, right?
Coach, what do you think your team's capable of this season?
A lot. I think this is, again, I keep saying this, there's some really special players on this team. And I think they can do a lot. They like to guard. They know how to guard. They can move the ball. They can shoot the ball. I'm expecting to have a really good team.
But you're not really in the conversation when you think of people talking about who the favorites are. And what do you think of that? Coming in as the defending champs and not really being in that conversation.
It's okay with me. I don't. Doesn't bother me at all. I know what we got to do. We got to get up every day trying to figure out how to win it. And it's the same as last year, and it's the same as 1996 in Birmingham, England, right? And we got to start the process of getting there and figuring out and getting better and making adjustments as we go and putting great game plans out there, continue to develop players, and then get after it.
Coach, a lot was asked of Serge over last season, rather, in terms of how he kind of stacked in the lineup. A lot obviously will be asked this time around as well. He said that threes are a top of his priority to add that to his game. With how you are in terms of the comfort of seeing him probably be playing the best that he has in a while, what does that look like for him this year, and the change in aspect of his game and how he fits into the lineup this year?
Well, I think that, again, he's just a lot more comfortable with what we're doing. And, a lot of games under his belt now with a full year. And I think he I think we've given him a chance to be successful kind of both inside and outside, and that's helped him. And I give him a lot of credit. Like, his skills have gotten better in the last 18 months. His ball handling, his catching, his delivering, the swing pass and going to screen, and his DHO offense. And then again, I always say this, when Serge really gets going, he's a intimidating factor out there, right? When he's really revved up and going, and we're tough to beat when he's going. So I think he's having more of those games than not, right? I think, you say, well, he doesn't always have those, or there were too few and far between, but I think that they're becoming less too few and far between. You know what I mean? He's doing it more often. I can say that very well.
How do you teach, or how do you get your coaches to teach catching? Because I think we know Serge's hands have gotten better.
Yeah.
How do you teach
Well,
catching about
it's kind of like, with your 2-year-old, you say, stand there and put your hands out. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Doug. I can only say it's a difficult thing. It is, it's something that as a coach, it's a great question, because it's, as a coach, you say, well, we got to get his hands better, and you work like crazy for years, and the guy's hands never get any, I just say that I credit him. I know after last season, not this past one, the year before, he had a guy, actually a Spanish coach, that he was like traveling. The guy was living with him, and I went and observed him a bunch of times, but I know they were putting just a ton of time in on ball handling. Right, just a ton of time on dribble, 2 balls, this, that, pass, catch, hand, back, flip, back. They were just doing a lot of it, and it's probably just a repetition thing for him, that his hands maybe, and it's there's some rhythm to that too, Doug. I think, like I always say, like, and you can remember, there'd be times where he'd come down and he'd be trailing, and he'd look to the wing where he was most likely going to go, and the guy would kind of be there, and he just didn't quite want to deliver it, and then the guy wasn't there anymore. And then he'd be stuck at the top with it, and then he'd look back this way, and and now he's just playing at such, he just kind of boom, he sees Eric over there, and it's to him. So I think some of that part of his comfort level is helping him as well.
Ricky was just talking about the excitement that he gets leading into a new season. Obviously, this can be a little different this time around, but do you get that as a coach? Do you get those kind of butterflies, the night before that season opens?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think, listen, this is a tremendous opportunity, right? I think the opportunity, as you already mentioned, has changed, right? Maybe people see it differently. I don't, it's like, do we have to prove people wrong? I don't think so. I like to just think about more of proving ourselves right, that we can do it, and we can do it. And certainly there's great opportunities for a bunch of players and new roles. There's great opportunities for us. Michael talked about play this style, and how far can you go with this style? I think it's going to be interesting to see, and it's exciting to kind of watch watch it unfold, and see if some of the experiments work or not. It's exciting when you experiment and, hey, we found something.
Does he sleep much the night before this season?
I probably won't that much tonight. I'm a pretty good sleeper, though. Normally, I don't sleep. I'm not a bad, but I'll probably be a little tossy-turny tonight. We'll see.
Personally for you, I mean, obviously last year you probably didn't get that much sleep the night before. Where does this rank in terms of your first year as a head coach, and now having maybe something to prove as a defending champion?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think about it that much, and I think that you guys will probably remember this. 4, 5, 6, 8 games in last year, you're asking me, how does it feel? And I was like, I feel incredibly comfortable out there. I've got a lot of seasons as a head coach under my belt. Obviously not at this level, but really once you get out there and the ball goes up, it kind of goes back to have been there a lot of times doing it, and it just becomes instinctual to start coaching to win, and so there's not. I don't know. Again, it's the start of a new season, and I feel much the same, I would say.
What do you think think this team is capable of this year?
A lot. It's a good team. I don't know how it'll all shake out, but I think it's a team that's very capable to win a lot of games and be really tough to beat. That's the one thing. I think we got a smart team. They're able to adjust quickly on the fly in games. They're able to adjust from game to game. I think we're tough to beat.
Do people overlook the fact that you guys were so successful last season in the games that Kawhi didn't play? I think, is that something that gets...
I don't know. I get it. I hear it a lot. I hear people talk about it a lot. I don't hear much, and I hear that a lot. So I think that's out there enough.